The spiritual world of ancient Japan has survived well into modern day, particularly among its rural populations. Shrines can be found throughout the country, with regular worshippers attending to venerate the spirits of the dead. In this short video, we'll explore Goryō Shinko, Japan's so-called ghost religion, as well as two famous tales of vengeful Goryo, which is the spirit of an aristocrat who was unjustly killed for political gain. Besides their political roots, Goryo can best be described as spiteful, dangerous spirits who manifest by affecting the land and causing destructive natural phenomena, haunting the earth for vengeance. Epidemics, earthquakes, fires, and typhoons are the primary vessels for Goryo revenge. Thus, they are often indiscriminate with who they kill, and cannot be as precise as they might like. Exorcisms of particularly problematic Goryo have been popular for over 1,000 years, in which the aim was to force the vengeful spirit to be pacified, and allow them to begin the process of reincarnation. The exorcists themselves became fundamental to ancient Japanese society, and they were treated like aristocracy because of their first-hand knowledge of the realm of death, and their experiences in the Buddhist hell, first described in Heian period writings. However, if a Goryo had gained too much power to be exorcised, there was only one other option. Goryō Shinko, the act of deification of a Goryo by transforming the wrathful and malevolent ghost into a protective deity. During the Heian period, there was even a government ritual which confirmed Goryo into the ranks of the kami, which in Japanese folklore is a venerated spirit. Goryō Shinko is often referred to as Japan's ghost religion because cults would form to worship these former Goryo as protective gods of Japan. Elaborate shrines will be built, and rituals were created to honor them posthumously. There are three Goryo known to be the greatest and most dangerous of all time: Sugawara no Michizane, Emperor Sutoku, and Taira no Masakado, whose strange and deadly curse I covered in depth in the documentary linked in this video's description. Sugawara no Michizane was once a humble 9th century poet, exiled by a rival courtier, Fujiwara no Tokihira. Michizane died miserably, alone on the remote island of Kyushu. Strangely, after Michizane's death, Tokihira began to report that bad things were happening to him and to those who had not defended Michizane. People connected to him died of unknown illnesses. Storms occurred with alarming frequency. Unexplainable fires broke out, and Michizane supposedly appeared as an apparition to Tokihira, warning him of his impending death. Sugawara no Michizane was appeased by being granted posthumous honors. His title was reinstated, a shrine was erected in honor of him, and he was named a kami. Michizane is still honored to this very day, over 1,000 years on from his death, and his spirit remains appeased. Unfortunately, not all Goryo receive appeasement in the lifetimes of those who have wronged them. Emperor Sutoku of the 12th century seized the Japanese throne, but later renounced his position and was exiled in punishment. In exile, the former emperor committed himself to a life of asceticism. As a monastic, he copied hundreds of Buddhist scriptures, some say around 700, in his own blood. He presented these scriptures to the court, who refused to accept them out of fear that they were cursed, and sent them back to Sutoku, torn to shreds. Driven by pure rage, Sutoku rushed into his garden, bit his tongue until it bled, and wrote a curse damning the court to eternal ruin and torment. In death, Sutoku allegedly returned as a Goryo. After his passing, the imperial court fell, Japan's samurai class rose, and the country was stricken with epidemics with alarming regularity. All of this was attributed to Emperor Sutoku. Calamities occurred every century after Sutoku's death. So, over 500 years later, Emperor Meiji came to the throne and brought the spirit of Emperor Sutoku to Kyoto, where he was enshrined at Shiramine Jingu Shrine. This act reconciled Emperor Sutoku and Japan's leaders, and the haunting stopped. After this, Emperor Sutoku became a protector of the country through the process of Goryō Shinko. Emperor Sutoku and Sugawara no Michizane are both considered to have taken the lives of many innocents in their quest for justice. By posthumously honoring these Goryo and enshrining them as kami in Shinto shrines, their vengeful spirits were transformed into the protectors of Japan. This, however, was not the case for the final great Goryo, Taira no Masakado, whose curse continues to haunt Japan to this day. Click the link in this video's description to watch the full episode on Taira no Masakado. What do you think of ghost worship and spirit deification in Shintoism? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Mr. Mythos. Thank you for watching.